Because they are trying to make money. Why else would you do anything in life? Hey everybody, my name is Brian. I work for an NFT startup company that operates a marketplace for NFTs. And today I'm going to be talking about why people buy NFTs in the first place. And as I said half jokingly before in the beginning of this video, people buy NFTs to make money. That's just the nature of the world. And anyone that tells you otherwise, they're kind of lying, kind of exaggerating. But of course, there are other reasons why people would buy NFTs, which I'll explain later in the video. And I think there'll be more of that as the industry matures. But I would argue 90% of the people that are buying NFTs right now, it is in anticipation of making money. Of course, this way that you make money off NFTs vary a bit from person to person, but I will get started and just get straight to the point. I've seen 5 loose, large categories of people who buy NFTs. Starting with the first are the people that just are looking to flip, typically immediately. So when an NFT gets minted or initially offered to the public when it first comes out, like a drop, Supreme drop or a Jordan shoe drop, it sells for a certain price. So let's say $100. And immediately afterwards, they're able to sell on these secondary exchanges, much like one that we operate called hyperspace.xyz. Go check it out. It sells for another price, of course, after it mints and you're able to list it afterwards. So if you're aware of the Hypebeast community, people buy things like Supreme bricks for $100, and then they sell it on StockX afterwards for $1,000 in anticipation and with supply and demand of whoever wants these bricks. Of course, the Supreme brick has no intrinsic value, but the sellability, the flippability basically gives it value. So there's this one giant category of people that initially participate in these mints or buy these NFTs so that they can make more money by flipping them afterwards. As you guys can feel by now, it's very based on hype, guessing. There's no really science behind it. Of course, these projects can say that these NFTs are going to have value later on, which I'll cover. But essentially, a lot of these people are gambling and hoping that whatever they pay for initially is going to be lower than whatever they sell it for later on. I am scratching on the actual statistic, but a majority of the NFT related volume happens within the first day of the launch of the NFT. So most people are flipping right after. So a lot of the NFT market depends on these flippers. First big category of people who buy NFTs. That's why they buy the NFT. Second, I would say a bit more mature, or the people that can somewhat care about the actual NFTs, are these anticipators, I would call them. So people that actually believe in the project that is supported by these NFT sales. I won't get into too much detail about different projects and what they are about, but essentially the people that hold it, they don't sell it right away. They either hold it for a couple of days, a couple of months, a couple of years. Obviously, NFTs have not been around for that long, but longer durations than just buying and selling it immediately after. These people will actually believe in the future pricing of these NFTs. It's kind of like holding a stock. You anticipate the company that you're holding the stock for to do better as time goes on and anticipate the value of that stock/NFT to go up. Some of these people are the minters, the people that initially bought it. My just pure guess is that most of the people that mint, especially for lower quality projects, don't hold, but there are people that mint, so get the initial offering, buy the Jordans, buy the Supreme brick initially, and then hold it for long because they think that it's going to be of greater value later on. Then there's also the people that get it later. So they have seen the project do well, or they've seen the NFT go up in price since mint, and they feel FOMO and they feel like it's going to go up even more later. So they buy into it much after the fact, but they still hold it for longer. So there has been the people that flip immediately, and there's people that hold it for a bit. The third category are what people in this industry called whales. So people that have whale loads, large sums of NFTs, and they hold it for a long time. So these people are kind of like the big bags of stockholders that trade millions a day. And you could probably put these guys in similar categories as the first and the second. They're also trying to make money, and they somewhat believe in the things that they buy, but they just have so much capital that they can afford to buy massive loads of expensive NFTs and sell them for even greater prices later. Some of them like to hold it just to flex and be able to say that they have millions of dollars tied into digitalized pictures online of apes and monkeys. So third category, these are people that either are doing it to flex or they actually believe in this giant load of NFTs and they buy thousands, if not millions of dollars of NFTs at a time and probably either make money after flipping them later or just hold them to say, I have NFTs and a lot of my money is tied into these online pictures of pixelated animals and other crazy things. I would say the fourth group are people that actually benefit from the utility of holding these NFTs. So a lot of times NFTs aren't just pictures online. They actually serve a purpose. A lot of times they're tied to video games. They could be in-game video items. They can give you money if you hold them longer. So like interest, and it's called staking. Some of these projects have their own tokenomics, which I can get into a different video. But essentially, there are people that hold the NFT for literally the value of the NFT itself and what that provides them. Some of it is status symbols. So I'm sure you guys are aware of Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is the most famous NFT on the Ethereum blockchain. Holding that grants you access into this online community of other Bored Ape Yacht Club's members and in real life events that only BAYC holders can go to. Essentially, these holders aren't necessarily in it just for the money. Of course, they know that holding that probably gives you value in the long run and you can always sell it for that price, but they actually believe in the value of holding the NFT. So it'd be kind of like holding a lot of stocks because you believe in the voting power that you have in owning that stock in a company. Of course, you having one stock in Tesla is not going to give you much voting power, but essentially you believe in the utility that comes with holding the NFT or the stock. Maybe you hold the Supreme brick because it gets you to be the Supreme brick holder. Maybe you're building a house with that Supreme brick. You want it displayed on your wall. Essentially, there are people that actually hold the NFT for the NFT's value itself, for whatever it means to them or whatever it means to the communities that they're part of. So far, just to summarize again, they're the instant flippers. They're the people that anticipate project value, so they hold it longer. They're the people that are whales and they actually like holding it for holding itself to flex that they have a lot, or they make massive amounts of transactions a day. And then there's the people that actually believe in the project or the NFT that they're holding and it provides value to them, whether it be through a video game or holding the asset, being part of a community or an exclusive club. There's that. And then the fifth category that I think often gets overlooked, and it's the Solana community is not developed enough where this has been a big wave, but definitely the Ethereum community are people that actually enjoy the art. They actually collect it for the collectible nature of the NFT. So it's called one-of-one art. So instead of it being part of a collection and it being a picture of a monkey that represents your avatar as a profile picture, there are people that actually collect art because there's limitations of real world art with paint, but there's infinite varieties of things to do. You can do it with online art, like generative art or art that changes over time, art that changes depending on where you are. So there are collectors that genuinely believe in the beauty that is associated with these NFTs and actually hold them for art's sake. I would say this is a little different from the previous category of those people that do this for utility's sake, because art technically doesn't really have utility. You can observe it, and you could theoretically say, I could just copy and paste that image and put it on my TV screen and say I own it. But I think there is some level of culture that unspoken rules within this community to say I own this piece and you don't. So yeah, there's a fifth category of people that actually enjoy it for art and for art's sake. I actually really wanted to make this video because I get a lot of questions just personally around people asking like, why are people buying NFTs? I didn't know until relatively recently as I ventured into the space and worked in the space, but I think those are probably the 5 large categories of things that cover why people buy NFTs in general, with a majority being tied up in the people that are trying to flip. And then I'm sure as the industry matures, the diversification of holders will disperse among the 5 categories and more. I think the one last, not category, but subsector of people that hold NFTs just do it out of curiosity. They want the experience of trying to get an NFT, especially if you're an investor in a company that works with NFTs, or if you're someone that works in a company that does NFTs. It's interesting to just have that experience and see something that you own digitally online that can trade elsewhere and go across platforms. So this is not an advertisement of any kind. I'm not here to shill hyperspace by any means, but if you guys are interested, go over to hyperspace.xyz and have your first NFT purchasing experience and see what it's like. I will make more and more videos to be more informative around NFTs and be as transparent as possible. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's go.